right, let's get this going. I'm going to introduce you to Angela, who's our speaker today for cultivating connection and compassion in today's world. Angela, let's take it away.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. Today, I want to give you a peek inside our organization and share how we are cultivating connection and compassion in today's world. And my name is Angela Michael, and I work at CRM Science, and we are headquartered in the greater area of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And if you hear me refer to the cube in this presentation, it's because that's what we call our office, the cube. And the reason why is that CRM Science is known for solving puzzles, whether they're business puzzles or challenges or puzzles just like this cube. And you also may have seen us walking around in our lab coats in Dreamforce with these cubes as well. So at CRM Science, I am the office and employee engagement manager, and I've worked here for about 2 years with an amazing group of people. I'm a people person, and I love to talk and get to know people, and have spent most of my life in the service industry. But for the past 15 years, I've worked in office coordination, front desk reception, and in management. I spend a lot of hours helping in the community by helping to feed the homeless. I also assist people that are in incarceration, and I also mentor the youth through Girl Scouts. So for our agenda today, I want to introduce you to CRM Science, and I want to talk about employee engagement and just share some ideas and results of what we've done to be successful. So I want to start off by introducing CRM Science and sharing some highlights of who we are. And as I mentioned before, you may know us from Dreamforce and our well-known puzzle parties. We're the ones that's walking around in our lab coats holding these cubes. And we are a Salesforce Crest Consulting partner. We are a product development outsourcer and a Salesforce.org impact partner. We are a full service Salesforce consulting firm, and we help organizations with implementation, custom development, and also build app exchange applications for ISV partners. CRM Science is fully based in the United States, and we specialize in industries of financial services, high tech, nonprofit, healthcare, and life services. In addition, we are proud to announce as an employer, we've received the best places to work 4 times in a row from the Business Journal of Philadelphia. So we have a little over 25 exceptional colleagues in 7 areas across the United States. You see, we have New York, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, going over to Colorado and California. And our office was already functioning successfully to work in person and remotely. And when we hosted our activities at the Cube, we connected our virtual employees so that they could participate as well. But we all know that when COVID turned the world upside down, we knew that we needed to take it up a notch so we could continue to be together and be connected, even though we were so far apart. You know, that phrase that says alone together, it just really hit home. You know, people having to navigate the new normal and in their homes and sometimes feeling very lonely. So this gave us an opportunity for us to be creative and to enhance our employee engagement program. Our employee vision is the ultimate power of our success. And all along, we at CRM Science, we knew that our people were our most valuable asset. And within CRM Science, we have some gifted and talented people. And not just on a work level, but on a personal level, their qualities are exceptional. I mean, the creativity that flows from the minds and the hearts of each person, it's really what makes us a diverse and a successful team. And we know without great people, it's harder to function as a great organization. But knowing that COVID, what we were about to face with COVID restrictions, we redefined our mission statement, understanding that we needed to facilitate a virtual environment while enabling an attitude of teamwork. And this builds respect while acknowledging differences, and it increased participation in our company and community activities. After a while, we began to notice a disconnect from some of our colleagues, the lack of response to activities. You're looking at those calendar events and you're not seeing the response that you normally do. So we knew that we needed to come up with ideas that were above the norm. We had to get our people involved. We needed to hear their voices. We needed to hear their ideas. So from this, we started to send out surveys and we sent out questionnaires and we had one-on-ones so that we could understand their needs and know that we needed to act accordingly. From this point, we brought all of that information to our leadership team who listened and they stood behind our ideas. And I can't say enough that it's so important that the leadership team be on board to drive this vision forward. And we're so fortunate here at CRM Science that has a great leadership team that stands behind all of our efforts. So at CRM Science, our employee engagement, it's broken down into 4 pillars. We have our fun pillar, we have our wellness pillar, we have our training pillar, and our recognition pillar. Um, So in our fun pillar, from our fun pillar, we wanted to interweave fun activities into our day-to-day operations. One of the fun things that we do is in the morning, we have something called Coffee with the Coats, and we get together once a month. And during that time, we just come together, we meet, we have a spotlight employee, we do trivia, and we do this to basically help us jumpstart our day. Also, one of the great things that we've done is our co-working weeks, which then turned to virtual co-working weeks. And with our co-working weeks, we would meet twice a year. We'd meet at the Cube, and we'd have team building, and we'd do a little bit of work, and we'd share ideas and projects, and we would basically have fun together. But then when COVID hit, we had to go to a virtual working environment. Under our wellness program, we want to promote physical fitness and nutrition and create a workspace that supports mental health. We understand that if our colleagues are not healthy, and that goes for the mind, the body, and the soul, there can be a significant breakdown in any organization. Employee health affects everything from workplace culture, absenteeism, performance, and productivity. So we built up our Wellness Wednesday program, and we have some great things that fall under it. And one of our great perks that we have is we have a licensed dietitian that our colleagues can sign up for, and they can meet with her monthly or bi-monthly free of charge. And all of this is done through the stream of our insurance. Next, under our training program, our training pillar strengthens skills for each employee to improve in specific areas. So with that, we host internal trainings so we can take opportunities to share what we're doing and see what we're doing good and see what we need to improve on and give feedback. And when we do this, it makes us very, very strong as an organization. And one of the areas in our training is our reacher values. And our reacher values, it represents our approach and philosophies to achieve our company mission and goals. Basically, it's what makes us successful with our clients and with each other. We found that when we support each other, that it helps us to grow personally and professionally. As also under our training program, we know that DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's taken center stage in most workplaces. And here at CRM Science, we're working to create meaningful change. We want to build relationships and get to understand each other. And we found that it's easier when we work together, we can understand each other, that it makes us stronger as an organization. And last but not least is our recognition pillar. We've learned that when we recognize our employees, rather if it's through a verbal recognition, if it's a tangible gift, if it's a message through the Slack, that they tend to appreciate that and they understand that their contributions are very valuable to us as an organization. We celebrate our employees daily by Employee of the Year and a yearly anniversary shout outs where we make little videos and we post them in the Slack and through social media. And we also did a Volunteer of the Year where we had a little contest and had our people who do VTO sign up for hours. And with that, we learned, we actually presented one of our employees with a crystal cube. And we found that when we utilize our four pillars, that the four pillars, which are fun, wellness, training, and recognition, that the end results have been very, very successful and fulfilling to us and our employees. So this is us at the Cube, and we, in order to get people involved in our happy hours, we asked our colleagues to join in our happy hours and actually lead them. And as you can see here, we've had some great and fun times in our happy hours. This young man down the bottom, he loves karaoke and he led karaoke and he put a professional spin on it and he bought his speakers and his guitars and we've also had swivel Pictionary where it's a group effort instead of regular Pictionary. We do it so that we have teams and our teams draw on each side. You can see from our slide here, we've done Jenga. We have a personalized cornhole, but we also knew that when COVID took over even all the more, that we needed to adjust and allow them to be virtual and with our employees leading them as well. And we had some fun activities come through with that, like Fear Factor and Whose Line Is It Anyway, and Name That Tune. So we've had great success in our in-person and virtual happy hours. So this one here, which I'm sure you're all looking at and trying to figure out what we were doing, we had a fun event called Beauty Behind the Mask. And we took something that in most eyes was uncomfortable, it was negative, you know, people were stressing out about wearing masks. So we wanted to make something fun and we created a competition to bring joy and laughter and to remind everybody that it's okay to laugh during these tough times. So if you look at our slide and you can see the creativity that came from this competition, no one wore a normal mask. Everybody kind of did something a little fun and a little different. And with this competition, in our activities, we have two different types of people who participate. We have those that actually participate in it and then those that vote. And from this, we had a successful event. We also hosted a cutest pet contest. And from here, we wanted our colleagues to know that we care about what they care about. And most people consider their pets to be their family members. So we decided to do this little contest with the cutest pet, and everybody sent in pictures. And this helped us as an organization to also learn about our employees and what they do inside their homes. We also align our activities and events with nationally recognized events as well. And this helps us to plan and prepare. And even in this event, we had those that actually participated and sent in pictures, and then we had those that voted. So we had a fun time with our cutest pet contest. Well, we introduced virtual yoga as part of our monthly activities through our Wellness Wednesday program about a month before we were shut down in our in-house activities. And our wonderful technician a wonderful yoga technician worked with us during this time to create classes just for our organization. Our monthly sessions are based on themes with intention. Her and I, we meet and we plan out for the year. She asks questions about employees and finds out what the needs are. And we also put our plans together under national health calendars so that we can align them, and it helps us to plan as well. So for the month of May, we're actually focusing on Mental Health Awareness Month, and our yoga sessions are based on that as well. So this was fun. We, to keep us active, we hosted a virtual step challenge. And through this challenge, it helped us to remain active and accountable while still being connected. So with this, they had a choice to walk, they had a choice to run or ride their bikes, whatever it is that they like to do, they were able to get their steps in that way. We used an app to track our steps, and we used Slack to keep the conversation going. But not only did we get some well needed exercise, we also supported a nonprofit called Worthwhile Wear, and they assist women that are in sex trafficking. And what was good about this was that there were sponsors that contributed $1 for each mile that we walked. They actually supported this cause. So with this, we were able to include all of our employees, even those with limitations. We needed people to plan. We needed people to send out messages. We needed people to calculate the mileage. And with this, we also gave our employees medals as well. We had a gold and a silver and a bronze medal. And we also issued a special gift card from a random drawing. So through our employee engagement, we've had about a 65% participation across all of our activities. And we know that we probably will never have 100, well, we won't have 100% participation. But with that, we are always seeking and adding ideas to engage our colleagues. We kind of want something for everyone, from loving your pet to the gamers, to healthy eaters. Our goal is to get our team involved in the planning and eventually get our percentages even higher. But one great thing is that we have 100% participation. And as I mentioned earlier, CRM Science has received Best Places to Work 4 years in a row from the Philadelphia Business Journal. And with that, we've always received 100% participation. So one of our great employees shared this comment, and I want to share it with you. He said, even though we're spread out and have not been in the office, I feel closer than I have felt in jobs where I've worked on site. And this was posted on a social media post that he did, and this let us know that we think we're good, we're on the right path, and we're actually doing the right thing. So now we have time for open discussion, and I'm curious to know, what has your company done during COVID to engage and connect with your employees? And if you have any questions or anything that you want to share, or any type of things that you'd like to share with us at this time.
Hey Angela, it's Claire here. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah. I think one of the things that happens is when we invite people to too many things, they get overwhelmed. So I guess, what are your strategies for just making sure that we're not doing too much? And then I also wanted to share some of the things that we did. Last month we did run like a 2-day retreat for everyone. So
Oh,
everyone got to log off of work and make sure there was no client work at all. And then we just got to connect with each other and talk about how we can, what we're going to accomplish, what we accomplished last year and what we'll accomplish next year. And then we had some guest speakers come in, talk about wellness, and we also implemented
wow.
the Resilience Culture Initiative, where we basically get like a 2 to 5 minute email every day that talks about different topics related to resilience. Yeah.
Well, that is amazing. I love those ideas. I'm actually writing them down as you're speaking. And to answer your question, so we have a planning committee. We come together. We look at the calendar as a whole. So we try to have something maybe once a month, maybe every other month. It really all depends on what's happening around. And as I mentioned, we base a lot of it on health calendars and nationally recognized. But when we feel that we're doing too much or it's getting too busy, or when we start seeing the participation go down, we come back to the drawing board and then we kind of start over. And like I said, one good thing that we have done is that we try to keep our employees involved so that they can give us the feedback and let us know, like, hey, you're doing too much, or how about we do this? So those are some of the things we've done.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, great. Well, that I believe concludes my presentation today. We hope that you enjoyed it. We hope that you were able to get some information from it. We want to thank you for joining our session, and we want to thank Salesforce.org for hosting this amazing event. It's been an honor to be able to come and speak with you and be able to listen to everyone else that's presenting as well.